Well, I've got my red socks and brown shirt on for this one, and we're going to hear a song that today is banned in Germany. Die fahren hock, dein Reichen festgeschlossen, sah mich it mit ruhig festen Schritt. Kameraden die, Rotfront and Reaction erschossen, Marscheren in Geist, ihnen Siren Reichen mit. Well, that's called the Horst Wessel song, and it's named after the guy who was murdered supposedly by a communist before the Second World War, and he was a sort of a brown shirt, and he was made a saint almost, if you can call it that, by Joseph Goebbels. And of course the song, which he wrote the words to, became famous and became not just the SA marching song, but it became the sort of the theme tune for Nazi Germany, and in fact was incorporated in their national anthem. But as I say, it's now been banned. And it's interesting that this sort of song, which can grab the popular imagination so quickly, is banal in a way. Its words are very banal, and it's something about the banality of evil, I think, and that sort of makes one appalled, particularly at how Germany came to become in the grasp of the Nazis. And in fact, in 2010, I was in Berlin for the third or fourth time, and this time we went to the western suburbs, which I hadn't been to very much before, and out onto the lake area. There's some beautiful lakes out there, in particular the Lake of Wannsee. And it was at Wannsee, in the villa at Wannsee, that the final solution was worked out over a number of days for the murder of the Jews across the whole of Europe, and across the whole of the world if they conquered the world. And lots of people moved there, but the Nazis built special villas for the senior SS officers who are going to actually implement this decision. And they're still standing. And I made a piece of work about them, which I called SS Des Res. And here they are. There's a photograph of them. And you can see they are very attractive looking houses, now fully restored and lived in by bourgeois people like me. And they overlook the lake at a lovely aspect. But what's worrying about them is that they look perfectly in place and not out of the ordinary, overlooking the lake. And they could be bourgeois villas anywhere in the world, really. Today, you know, they could be Britain, they could be in America, they could be in Scandinavia, they could be anywhere really, and they're just so sort of regular in a way. Nothing sinister about them at all, until you know who lived in them and what they did. Well, I don't know. The British Fascist Party before the war locked onto the Horst Wessel song, and they gave it words of their own, and they'd march through the East End where there are lots of Jews and places like that, and you can imagine what reception they got for this. Come raise the voice of the dead battalions, of those who fell, that Britain might be great. Join in our song, for they still march in spirit with us, and urge us on to gain the fascist state. Well, actually that song was, wasn't written by Horst Wessel, he just wrote the words, but the song itself had been used by sailors in the First World War in Germany to other words. I don't know what they were, but it was just a popular song, and in the Navy. But it actually has its roots as a Viennese song, a folk song, sung for children and people alike. And it must have sounded, I don't know, it must have sounded something like this, much less sinister. Shows how there's a very thin dividing line between the innocent and the ordinary, the banal even, and the evil, very thin.